There are many difficulties facing Iranian forces in the fight against drugs trafficking. Iran seizes 2 tons of narcotics every day. It has seized over 750 tons of opium in the past 12 months, up by 33% compared to last year's corresponding period. This is Iran-Afghanistan border. Iranian anti-drug forces have begun digging canals 5 meters deep and 4 meters wide in the hope that they can be able to prevent smugglers from getting through into Iranian territories. Moreover, almost 115 kilometers of barbed wires have been erected along the border. But despite such efforts, parts of the border are still penetrable, making way for narcotics to reach capital city Tehran and other big cities of Iran.
We are doing our best to completely close our joint border with Afghanistan, which is the main gate for drug smuggling in the next 2 or 3 months, through constructing wall in residential areas, digging canals, installing radar systems and watchtowers.
Addiction and illicit drugs have inflicted over $3 billion of damage on the country, almost equal to 15% of the country's oil revenues.
Well, this is actually the most affected part of the country to trafficking from Afghanistan. So this is a key region where the partnership can really implement and develop concretely on something real.
But across the border in Afghanistan, the fight is not enough, with many experts blame the ongoing political instability. But ironically, what's missing is a strong willingness. According to the UNODC figures, despite the presence of coalition forces in Afghanistan in 2008, the production of opium has reached 7,700 tons. This is one of the most dangerous places in the world. You see no day passing without any clashes between the smugglers and the Iranian anti-drug forces. 3,600 Iranian anti-narcotics forces have been killed in such clashes, with over 11,000 critically wounded. Most of such clashes take place in mountainous areas. To get a better view of the region, I decided to tour this area. But not alone, together with a group of armed forces. This is a dangerous area, so dangerous that if you want to pass through, you have to go by helicopter, because there is always ambush on the ground, especially in the evenings. There I found out that the helicopter itself was not that safe. It bore the hallmarks of gunshots. Iranian officials say the international community is not helping enough, but they stress that they will not give up the fight, whatever the cost. Sama Kujuri, reporting for Iran.
Now, Iran is one of those countries to have hosted the largest number of refugees for over 30 years now, particularly coming from Iraq and Afghanistan, given the current sensitive situations going on there at the moment, and being the closest neighboring countries to Iran. As it is always challenging for anyone to leave their beloved homeland and start anew in a foreign country, Iran is also known to have some of the best opportunities and the best camps available in any foreign country for refugees. Let's go join our own Amir Pasha Tabrizian as he sheds some light on this very important issue.
Joe Magol is a 13-year-old Afghan refugee. His parents fled Afghanistan 15 years ago, so he was born in the Ansar-e-Muhajirin refugee camp near the city of Semnan, central Iran. Just like many other children who were born here, Joe Magol has only lived within the parameters of the camp. To him, the world outside is just a mixed image filled with assumptions and doubts. Iran shares a very long border with both Iraq from the west and Afghanistan from the east. Both countries torn apart by decades of violence and civil conflicts. The latest statistics put the number of registered Iraqis, both Kurdish and Arabs, at 54,000 people. The number of Afghans is much larger than the Iraqi refugees. Today, the Iranian government is hosting more than 900,000 documented Afghans, but it is expected that including those unregistered ones, the numbers would rise substantially. As of now, there are 16 refugee camps all over Iran. For 30 years, Iran hosted the largest number of refugees. The United Nations High Commission for Refugees has a very close partnership with the Iranian officials, working together on regular basis to protect and assist the refugees.
Hello, how are you? Good morning.
However, the efforts of UNHCR in Iran are limited by resources. The Iranians have hosted these refugees under the best conditions possible. The camps in Iran can be put on the list for the best camps in the world, with standard living conditions. On a very cold autumn day, we accompanied a group of young Iranian students who were interested in the lives of the refugees at the camps and wanted to become more involved in helping. The hospitality of the Persian culture of Iranians can be witnessed by just looking at the entrance sign. It reads, Mehman Shahr Semnan, Guest City of Semnan. Guest City. The children of the camp were very warm and welcoming to us. When we asked them how they were, they said they were great. When we asked them about their lives, they said they were happy. But happy with what? That was the question in everyone's mind. They asked us if we wanted to play, and so we headed to their football field. Surrounded by many kids of all ages, walking and running around and just playing along. We also paid a visit to a house. They told us that they weren't getting food and basic supplies from the World Food Program on a routine basis anymore. I knew this, for the head of WFP in Iran had explained this issue to me in person.
The assistance that we are actually giving at the moment is limited only to those funds which are given by the donor community without earmarking it for any particular operation. And those funds are very limited.
Displaced from their homes, years